Before we start, I'd just like to let you know that I've never done anything like this, so it's a work in progress. Don't know how it's going to turn out, but I hope you enjoy the ride. Hello fellow Jedi, and welcome. Today, I'm planning to create a power pack out of random bits and bobs. So, what we got here is a plastic magazine holster, which I've obviously already kind of opened up. As you can see, it would have bungee cords going through here holding the mag together, but I'm going to utilize that. Then we've got 9-volt battery holders. We've got 3 crystals, super glue, LEDs, and then plastic things I've cut out. So hopefully I'll be able to put up on the screen now the dimensions of the plastic cutouts for you. So obviously kind of use your resources. I used will be kind of a clipboard which I found at the local supermarket. And obviously used that, cut out all the shapes that I need. Gave me about a kind of a millimeter, maybe 2 millimeter thickness in the plastic. So first things first is I'm going to move this all the side. So if you want any of this stuff, or most of the stuff, I'm going to put links in the description down below. There may be Amazon affiliate links if I can figure out how it works, but it's most likely it's just going to be stuff on Amazon. So the plan is to create some sort of crystal power pack. So I have obviously the outer case along here, and inside it will obviously have 3 crystals illuminated by blue LED, which is then powering the entire somewhat suit slash costume that will be attached to. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this here off of the plastic. So hopefully this is relatively straightforward and it's not too much of a pain. Okay, a little bit more challenging than I thought, but managed to separate these 2 bits out. So the plan next is to see this edge here. See, it's a bit sharp, so I'm going to use some sandpaper, sand these edges down here and here, and then utilize this bit here, which I'm going to call piece A, and then I'll obviously glue that onto the side like so. The next thing I'm going to do is now sand this piece down. So just get on the side together, sand it down nice and evenly, trying to get a nice flat edge to attach the other bit of plastic to. Okay, now that the edge is a lot more smoother, hopefully you can be able to glue something onto that piece. So I'm going to get obviously piece A here, placed onto that, nice and flush, and then glue that down. So obviously it's going to be a bit more difficult with the plastic kind of wanting to spring out. So what I'm going to do is going to get obviously the bungee that was originally around the mag holder, feed it through the holes like so. If looking at the other side, and down to there, voila. So feed that through that side, get the other side, feed it through here, voila, back underneath, perfect. So it's going to come through like so, and then I'm going to get a clip that came with it, voila, slide it through. One in, two in. Now, using a bit of hickory pokery, I should be able to control how close I want the two plastic bits to be. So hopefully you get this lined up just right, and then should be able to get this place lined up and glued on wonderfully. So, perfect. So for this I'm just going to use super glue because that's all I got, and wish me luck. Right, voila. Now that, hopefully, is going to do the basis for the body. Now I'm just going to set that to the side to dry while we work on the rest. Now that I've got the body done, so it will be this kind of outside area here, the next thing to do is to build, will be the chassis in the middle. So obviously this is going to be where the crystals sit with the LED circuit coming out to the battery pack. So I'm going to build this on a nice top of here, which then the idea behind that is so I can then slide it in and out of the case at will, being able to work on it if needs be. So I may have to do that after I get more glue because I seem to have used it up all already. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, and I have some more glue. Wonderfully. So I would have preferred to get the glue, which you can get with that kind of almost long needle point nose, so you can get into nooks and crannies, but this is all I can get in the local shop since everything's locked down in the lockdown. So, plan is to do next is to so let's build the chassis. So I'm going to get this, and basically this is then going to slot into this. Then I'm going to cut that down to where it needs to be, and I'll make the whole thing a lot more easier. So wish me luck. Part A was the size bits. I'm going to call this part B, the flat chassis bit, and part C, and now I'm going to glue it onto the top. So this here, going to work from the top down. Voila. So I'm going to work from the top down, build this top bit, then I'm going to side supports, and we're going to glue in the crystals to kind of keep them in place, and then put the bit over the top, which will hopefully lock it in place. Then attach the LEDs, and then build the circuit. Wish me luck. Right. That's not what I planned. Aha! I figured it out. And just need to hold this in place. And I've glued my fingers together. Wonderful. I'll be back. Okay, now to keep this in place, I'm going to use these here, which will be part D. So, add a little bit of glue, like so, and a bit more up the top. Take this piece, and glue it down nicely. So don't worry about being too kind of perfect. Right, just going to leave that to set while I do the other side off camera. Okay, now that we've got the top lip glued in place, I'm now going to attach the crystals. So basically mark out along the bit, have even spaces, and now grab your glue, have a little bit down that marked channel, and then just repeat the process with the other two crystals. Okay, now I've got all three crystals glued in place. Obviously, as you can see here, I may have slightly overcooked it with the side panels, so I'm going to adjust them, and obviously I'll be reflected in the design which I've put in before all this. Okay, so I've cut down these sides bit here on the other side. So now should be able to get this, and that then should slide in where that will be. So you're going to mark it out so I know how much needs to be cut out to go over the crystals, and then hopefully to be able to glue that in place. So I'll let you know once I've cut this to shape. Voila! So after a lot of butchery, we now have the piece that shall cover over the crystals. Brilliant. Now all there is to do is to glue this down. Now just wait until that sets. Now that I've got most of the chassis built, it's time to try and sort out the wiring. So I put together a small bit of test circuit. So put that together. Voila. So that then it should light up the crystals, and they should then glow within their power pack. I'm now going to glue down an LED at the bottom of each crystal. That's to hold it in place while the glue sets. Okay, now that I've got all the LEDs kind of glued in place, I'm going to obviously cut the wires and wire it all together. Ultimately, I'd like to solder all the wires together, but I don't have a solder, so I'm going to have to use my inspiration and just see what I can get to work. So after that's all done, I'm going to obviously get the case. Obviously going to cut this down, cut it down there to the right size, so then obviously they have the crystals poking at the top, wire it all together, light it up, and hopefully it's going to look amazing. As you see now, I've got everything ready, basically wired up, so if I can just connect these two wires together, voila, we have liftoff. So now that that's done, just to get this chassis into here. So plan is now trim off this section up to where it meets out there. This will slide in, and we should have one finished product. I'm going to use this trimmer now to obviously do most of the cutting. We're going to do most of the cutting off camera because it's a bit safer, and obviously safety first. We've got it all assembled. Now for the test. Voila, it works. So I just need a little bit of refinement. Well, I think we have success. Hope you enjoy this journey with me. Subscribe, and I'll see you next time.